folks, I'm Mary, aka MercyTriumphs, and this is my channel Slow Crochet. This is episode 012. Welcome to my channel. Hi to my subscribers, and thank you for being with me on this journey. If you're new here, this video is dedicated to the hashtag deckthehallscollab, Christmas in July. Get ready for the holidays in the middle of summer by making some ornaments or home decor out of crochet. So this is the second part that I am talking about today. Last week I did some cute little heart ornaments. This time I'm going for stars. So I've been taking inspiration from this book, Scandinavian-Style Christmas Knits by Thea Rytter. And there are several ideas in here that I've been taking and finding sweet tutorials of and finding ways to incorporate those into holiday decor. So today I want to talk about some happy little stars. So in this book, she did star-shaped ornaments, but Christmas trees are not the only things that need decorating around the holidays. I am Southern. I inherited my grandmother's flair for Southern hospitality. I love having folks over, and at the holidays, I tend to host at least 2 different events. I have my grandmother's Christmas china, and I want to make sure that I'm setting a beautiful table, so I thought I would incorporate stars into some sweet little napkin rings. So which stars would fit on a napkin ring? Well, thankfully Robin over at Hooked by Robin solved my problem for me by posting a video about 3-minute crochet stars. And I do go kind of slow when I crochet, so it did take me longer than 3 minutes, but I was able to crank these out. So here they are. Da, 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 da. Happy little star! So I followed her pattern pretty precisely, except one thing. At the very end, she asks you to do one final single crochet. I found that if I chain one and then I slip stitch back into the magic ring, that actually forms a star that I like a little bit better. It's a small thing. I mean, it's literally a small thing, and so any modifications to this would have to be a small thing, but I seem to like it better. Now, these are not standing alone. They go on some little napkin rings, and these I did just with some Red Heart Super Saver. I used the color Aran, and it's just some scraps left over, and I took a napkin ring, a wooden one that I usually use, and I tried to make something that would fit over it nicely. So I chained 8, and then I single crocheted 7 across. Chain 1 to turn, and then single crochet in the first stitch, and then for the next 5 stitches I would back loop only single crochet, and then in the last stitch I would single crochet through both loops. So you have those 5 back loops only in the center, and then the single crochet through both loops are all around the edge. And so what happened is it created a little bit of extra kind of puff roundness in the center. And then I did, I believe, 20 rows and just stitched it up in the back. Now, to get my star onto my little napkin ring, although those are kind of sweet in and of themselves, I ended up sewing a button on the back. So this is a 3/8 of an inch button, and the holes, I have an extra one here, the holes are super tiny. And the yarn that I was using was scraps of a Lion Brown Pound of Love, which is a worsted weight yarn. Now, I do not have any yarn needles that are this tiny. So what I did was I used a needle threader. I cannot remember where this came from. You get them in your little sewing kits that you get at hotels or whatever, like when you get a cheap little sewing kit. But what I would do is I would thread the button onto it and take one end of the yarn at a time and poke it through the needle threader and pinch it and tug it through, and then as soon as it was through, I would start pulling on the yarn. So I'm not putting a ton of pressure on the needle threader itself. I'm not trying to destroy it, because I mean, these things are flimsy, but they're pretty wonderful for what they are. So that way I could thread the yarn through the eye without having to use a yarn needle. And then I just would go back through the other end and then just sew in the ends as normal. So that is my little Christmas decoration for this week. If you look on Hooked by Robin's YouTube channel, she also has cute little hearts. So I thought by putting a button on these, you could also do tiny hearts, and you could use these for multiple holidays. So how many did I make? Well, I did make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8. I wanted to try them out on some different cloth napkins. If you don't want to do napkins, these little stars are wonderful on gift tags. They would be beautiful as a garland. They would be beautiful worked up in a sparkly yarn or in a white or metallic. There's so many possibilities. So I hope that you felt inspired by this. And if you want more Christmassy content, you can check out the hashtag deckthehallscollab. You can check out Miss Ella from No Catchy Name Crochet. You can check out Miss Terri from the Yarn Joy podcast, or you can check out Kim the Crafty Nomad. And they will also have links and playlists for other YouTube collaborators who are part of this year. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I really appreciate it. If you've enjoyed being here, all of the standard YouTube, the like, share, comment, subscribe, bell notification, all those things are super encouraging, and I appreciate those of you who've come along for this journey as well. If I'm not your cup of tea, thank you so much for listening this long. I really do appreciate you, and I hope I will see you again soon. Bye.